So we're looking at some more of my half-assery, which is my centering cones and for the jig. And also I'm going to use these for pressing, at least the initial press, for putting in headset races into, you know, like a head tube. And I didn't want to spend a bunch of money on expensive metal cones because they wouldn't work with my homemade jig anyway. So I thought to myself, what if I get some hardwood balls and I could drill a hole exactly through the middle? That will be close enough for most of this, at least for initial setting for head tube inner races, and probably for holding bottom brackets and so forth on my homemade jig. So I ordered some hardwood balls. They were pretty cheap on Amazon or eBay, wherever I got them. And kind of the way that's going to work is, this is 3/8 right here, 3/8 rod. So put a hardwood ball on, pretend that you're trying to push a headset into that, put another one on, and you can see it'll center up nicely, right? At least for pushing and that stuff. I'll test it on some other stuff. They seem pretty good. This isn't going to be millimeter accuracy that you're going to use for selling bikes to people, but should work okay for my purposes. The way I made those, I was racking my brains for how to make sure that I could do this, and what I came up with was this. I put a piece of stock on my drill press, clamped the crap out of it so it can't move, and I used a couple of hole boring bits. I tried like a half first. That wasn't going to hold the ball very well, so I did a 1-inch on top, and so that's what you've got there. Now you need to make sure you do not move your drill press in between. So first I set it up to make sure that like the distances would be all compatible and so forth before I drilled this. You drill this, don't touch any of the settings on the drill press, then your axis will be pretty close. Take your little ball, kind of sneak it in here. I got this a little too close, so I have to kind of do a little fighting to get it in there. I may not be able to get this one in without resetting that. I think I can push the bit up a little bit further. Anyway, put this in here. I'll show you with one of the other balls that I already drilled while I figure out how to correct that problem. I may have to re-drill another hole on this a little bit further away. But it was, you know, I had this in here without the hole, right? And so then held it very tight with my hand and drilled and came up with a ball with the hole pretty much on axis. As close as I'm going to get with this crummy old Craftsman anyway. I will report back if they turn out to be so crappy that they don't work.